Emma's waist-length blonde hair falls to the floor in a thick, heavy ponytail. She's biting her lip, trying not to cry as Edith hacks away at what's left. "Not too short," Emma whispers. "Please." I'm sitting in the waiting area, holding her baby, watching. And suddenly I see myself, 6 months ago, in that same chair, crying the same tears. "Stop." The word comes out of my mouth before I can think. Everyone freezes. "Stop cutting your hair." Previously on the transformation, Sarah cut her long hair short for David's career, then shorter, then even shorter at Edith's brutal salon. Each transformation made her look more severe, more conservative, less like herself. But Sarah convinced herself she loved it. She'd found her authentic self. Then her friend Emma, a young mother with waist-length blonde hair, asked for help finding a salon. Sarah brought her to Edith's, knowing exactly what would happen. Today is that appointment. But something inside Sarah just broke. "What did you say?" Edith's voice is sharp. "I said stop." I stand up, still holding baby Josh. "Emma, we're leaving." Emma looks at me in the mirror, confused. Half her hair is cut, choppy, uneven, about 3 inches long on one side, still long on the other. "But I'm not finished," Emma starts. "Yes, you are." I walk over to the chair. "Edith, untie the cape." "You brought her here. You asked me to give her a proper cut. Now sit down and let me finish." "No," my voice is shaking but firm. "I was wrong. Emma, do you want your hair this short?" Emma's eyes fill with tears. "No, I just wanted it manageable. I thought it would be like a cute mom cut, not." "Then we're done here." Edith steps back, furious. "You can't leave her like this. She looks ridiculous." "I know, and that's my fault." I help Emma out of the chair. "But we'll fix it, somewhere else. Somewhere that actually listens to what you want." We head for the door. Emma's clutching Josh, her half-cut hair hanging in uneven chunks. At the door, I turn back. "I'm sorry I brought you here. I knew what you'd do, and I let it happen anyway." Edith crosses her arms. "And what about your hair? I thought you were getting it cut today, too." I reach up and touch my nearly black, severely short waves. Feel the shaved sides, the clippered neck. I think I've had enough haircuts for a lifetime. We drive to the next town. Find a real salon, modern, clean, bright. The stylist looks horrified at Emma's half-butchered hair. "What happened?" she asks gently. "Bad salon," I say quickly. "Can you fix it?" The stylist examines Emma's hair carefully. "I can even it out. It'll have to be fairly short since one side is already cut to about 3 inches. Maybe a pixie cut. It would actually be really cute on you." Emma looks at me nervously. "Is that okay?" "Emma," I take her hand. "It doesn't matter what I think. What do you want?" She looks at herself in the mirror for a long moment. "A pixie cut sounds nice, but can you show me pictures first? I want to choose the style." The stylist pulls out a tablet, shows her options. Emma picks one, a soft, feminine pixie with longer layers on top. Modern, age-appropriate, nothing like the severe bubble cuts Edith creates. I watch the stylist work. She asks Emma questions, checks in constantly. "Is this length okay? How do you feel about this? Do you want the sides longer or shorter?" This is what it's supposed to look like. Collaboration, choice, respect. 40 minutes later, Emma has a beautiful, tousled pixie cut. She looks fresh. Young, like herself, just with shorter hair. She's smiling through tears. "I love it. This is what I wanted." "You look beautiful," I tell her honestly. We sit in the car afterward. Emma's feeding Josh. "Sarah, why did you take me there, to that horrible place?" I take a deep breath. Because I needed someone else to go through it too, so I wouldn't be the only one, so I could tell myself my choices were normal. That's really messed up. I know, I'm so sorry. Emma's quiet for a long time. "I forgive you, but I need some space. I need to figure out. I need to process all of this. The hair, the friendship, everything." I understand. She gets out of the car with Josh. Before closing the door, she turns back. "For what it's worth, I'm glad you stopped it. the old Sarah wouldn't have. I drive to David's cottage. His car is there. I knock. He answers, sees me, and his face falls. "Can we talk?" I ask. He lets me in. We sit in his small living room. The silence is heavy. "I stopped Emma's haircut today," I say finally. He looks surprised. "You did?" "Yeah, I took her to Edith's, but halfway through I realized I couldn't let it happen again." David runs his hands through his hair, the hair he cut so short for that Parrish interview months ago. It's grown out now, back to something close to his original length. "Sarah, I need to tell you something." His voice is serious. "I've been thinking about this for months, ever since that last time you came back from Edith's with your hair almost shaved off." My stomach tightens. "What?" "I never wanted it that short. When you came out of that salon looking like you'd been through basic training, I was shocked. I said I loved it because I thought that's what you needed to hear. But Sarah," he looks at me directly, "I feel like I created a monster." "What do you mean?" "I asked you to cut your hair for that interview, just short, professional, and you took it so far beyond what I ever imagined. Each time shorter and more extreme. The dye, the eyebrows, and I kept saying I loved it because I thought you were doing it for me. But Sarah, were you doing it for me, or were you doing something else?" I feel tears coming. I don't know anymore. At first, yes, for you, but then I don't know when it changed, when it became about proving something or hiding or I don't know. "That's what scares me," David says gently. "I think you lost yourself, and I helped you do it." "So what are you saying?" He takes my hand. "I'm saying I love you, but I don't think we're good for each other. I think we brought out something destructive in both of us." "You're breaking up with me." "I think we need to break up. Yes." We sit in silence for a moment. "For what it's worth," David adds, "stopping Emma today, that was the real you, the strong you, not the you who kept going back for shorter haircuts." I'm in Nashville now. New city, new job, new life. I'm working as an office manager at a nonprofit that helps women leaving controlling relationships. The irony isn't lost on me. My hair has grown out. It's about 4 inches long now, still short, but softer. I let the dark dye fade and went back to a color closer to my natural auburn. I grew my eyebrows back out. I'm not the same person who arrived in Tennessee 9 months ago with waist-length hair and ripped jeans. But I'm not the woman in the girdle and hairnet either. I'm somewhere in between, and I'm okay with that. My phone buzzes, a text from Emma. "Thought you'd want to see this." A photo, Emma with shoulder-length hair, smiling with Paul and Josh. Her hair grew back faster than mine. It suits her. "Looking good," I text back. "Thanks for stopping it that day," she replies. "I think about that a lot. You saved me." I almost didn't. But you did. That's what matters. I open my laptop. I've been writing everything down. The whole story, every haircut, every decision. Every moment I lost a piece of myself and called it growth. I don't know if I'll ever publish it, but writing it helps me understand. People ask me now, do you regret it, the haircuts, the transformation? The truth is complicated. I don't regret leaving New York. I don't regret meeting David, even though it didn't work out. I don't regret discovering that I actually like some vintage fashion. But I regret losing myself in someone else's vision of who I should be. I regret taking Emma to that salon. I regret not asking, what do I want, instead of what does he want? The transformation wasn't the problem. Changing isn't bad. Growing up isn't bad. Finding new styles and new ways of being isn't bad. The problem was forgetting that I had a choice, that I could say no, that I could stop. My roommate pokes her head in. "Hey, you coming to dinner?" I close the laptop. "Yeah, let me just." I catch my reflection in the window. Short auburn hair, jeans, and a vintage-inspired blouse, small earrings. I look like me, a new me, but me. Actually, yeah, I'm ready. 6 months after that. I'm back in Tennessee for Aunt Margaret's birthday party. I haven't been back since I left. I'm nervous. The party is at her house. When I walk in, several church ladies are there. They stare at my shoulder-length hair. "Sarah," Aunt Margaret hugs me. "Look at you, your hair grew back." "Yeah, it did." "Are you happy?" she asks quietly. "I'm getting there." David is there with someone new, a woman with long brown hair in a simple ponytail. She looks comfortable, confident, nothing like the image he tried to create with me. He sees me, smiles, we talk briefly. It's cordial, we've both moved on. Emma arrives with Paul and Josh. Her hair is back to mid-back length now, the way she likes it. We hug. "I'm glad you came," she says. "Me too." As I'm leaving, I pass by Edith's salon. The building is dark, closed. Aunt Margaret told me Edith retired last month. The salon is for sale. I stand outside for a moment, looking at my reflection in the dusty window. I see the ghost of who I was, scared, lost, looking for someone to tell her who to be. And I see who I am now, still figuring it out, but doing it on my own terms. Did I find myself through that transformation? Or did I lose myself and have to find my way back? Maybe it's both. Maybe transformation isn't about becoming someone new or staying who you were. Maybe it's about having the courage to choose and the wisdom to know when to stop. I get in my car and drive away. Away from that salon, away from who I used to be, toward whoever I'm becoming. And this time, I'm the one deciding. Thank you for following Sarah's complete journey through the transformation. This series explored identity, control, relationships, and the question, how much should we change for love? Sarah's answer, change isn't the problem, losing your voice in the process is. What did you think of Sarah's journey? Did the ending satisfy you? Would you have made different choices? What moment hit you the hardest? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this series made you think, made you feel, or made you examine your own relationships, like this video. Share it with someone who needs to hear this story. Subscribe for more immersive audio dramas. Special thanks to everyone who followed this journey from episode 1 to now. Your comments, debates, and perspectives made this series richer. Whether you saw it as empowering or concerning, your interpretation was valid. That's what makes storytelling powerful. We all see it through our own lens. Final question. If you could tell Sarah one thing, what would it be? Most thoughtful comment gets featured in our next series announcement. Thank you for listening. Until next time.